Okay.
All right.
All right, see you tomorrow.
Yeah, okay. All right, call me to order. I'm out.
I have your paper ready to start now.
There she is. Thank you.
No.
Oh, man. I think I fell down.
Somebody got me
I think you
too.
need a lift here.
I'm clear on the floor also. Here.
Other side. There you go.
All right. I hear a motion on the minutes of August, finance meeting of August 16th. There it is.
You
Sharon,
found it, okay.
Sharon did. I'll second.
All in favor?
Well, I have a question, just a second.
Okay.
You had my papers. On page, on finance notes,
Correct.
on August 16th meeting, when he did the minutes for this meeting, it's on item E, under 5. We have Councilman Fleischman explained that the repairs were needed on Roberts Road onto Oak Road. That was me. You explained that.
Oh, you explained it?
Yeah, didn't you? I didn't know anything about it. The repairs for Roberts Road going to Oak Road.
Okay.
Right, yeah.
You explained all that.
Right.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure, yeah.
All right,
Yeah,
we got a correction there
Yes,
for Councilman Flashman.
okay,
yes,
okay,
building inspector.
I got it.
All right,
Okay, other than that, I didn't see anything else.
you've got a motion?
Good.
And second,
Yeah.
Yes.
to approve the minutes with one change to it, all in favor? Anybody opposed? All right, first reading of this ordinance 796 regarding cages and dumpsters in the city. I just got it. Haven't really had time to look at it.
Do we have to pass it tonight?
No, we do not.
First reading.
There was some confusion on how the attorney got the paperwork, so he didn't get it from the city. Let's go ahead and pass that over to him. I probably got it, and he didn't get it.
Okay,
We're just gonna have 2 readings, so.
well, let's leave it off this for next. Nobody got it, they had time to look at it.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So your motion, we delete that from the agenda.
I'll make a motion, we
We
delete.
just take it.
Okay, yeah, until further meeting.
All right. Okay, approval to pay Western Branch diesel. Hey, back up. I forgot you again.
Well, actually, Mike, I really don't have a lot to report.
Pensions.
Yeah, that's on there too. I mean, now, as far as finances, of course, we're toward the end of the month, but I just gave those out this evening. This is our actuarial reports for our police pensions, or pension. And then, of course, you know, Scott may be able to explain this a little better. Then the fire department, the first fire department figures is both pensions together, which that's the regular pension and the conservation pension. The next set of figures is just strictly the fire department's pension. And then the last set is our fund, the other fund that we started figures. So there's there's 3 different figures in there for the fire department. The first one is both of them together. The second one is the fireman's pension fund that they have. And the third one is the conservation funding fund. That's what's in that fund as of 30th.
So these are just nothing but reports as to
Then we have to turn
where they
into,
stand.
yes, and it's, well,
No change.
this is what's in the cash values, the marketplace, and how much was invested here and there, and so these have to be turned into the pension boards. And then they'll go back to us, a figure how much we have to put in there every month. to keep them. Right.
This is a requirement that when, at the end of the year, whenever we turn these in, it also gives us the state funds to match. So
Yes,
we
yes.
have to have this in by a certain date or it doesn't get us the state funds to match.
Anybody got any questions about these three reports?
They'll sit in with the loop.
Basically to, get it, what's it presented to council and you guys approve it. Of course, they've already been sent to the pension board. They asked for them for all the end of the month, so. And then I'll send them sign off and that you guys approve them, look them over tonight and send it to them as they go through council meeting. To confirm. No, and every month, reports a month. So,
Bill. We gotta pay bills. $212,815.38. No P card. These are just strictly, invoices. Labor card. We got $4,000 in asphalt. Fire was paid for $52,000. Insurance deductible was $18,600. Kanawha County Library is $16,700. We got $9,200 for the police pension. Attorney fees for $2,000. Animal shelters $1,200. Smart bill, what is it?
Smart Bill is our, license and B&O collection company.
It's $3,200.
So they must have collected 65.
Legal fees $1,100. That's a total of $117,900. Of this, $212,815 would be $94,915 of minor stuff. Anybody got any questions on the bill? Does include lighting? Nothing? So your motion, we send these on.
I'll make a motion to send them to full council for approval.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye. All right. Brings us down to, pay Western Branch diesel for repairs for purchase 17, which truck? What is 17?
17 is the big dump truck that got the CDL requirement.
And then air brakes and stuff. Correct.
$2,800.
What happened to it?
Yeah.
That's the same truck
We're done.
Right there.
they were working on? The same truck?
They replaced the purge tank the first time, but the whole system was plugged up. So they had to go in and redo the whole cooling system. So they had to go in and replace all the stuff that was plugged. Some of the parts are probably gonna be on back order.
That's the same truck we talked about last time.
Right.
They diagnosed the wrong
Yeah.
problem.
So we wasn't gonna pay the bill until we found out it's on the same issue.
Well, he had already paid it to the police car, the
Okay.
last one.
Okay.
Is this the same one? Same repair?
Same truck, my
I
son.
have not repaired this one.
Well,
The last
no,
time.
the one last, the one last
That's
time,
fine.
the one last.
We weren't gonna pay more.
That was bit less than like 32.
Yeah, but we weren't gonna pay more until we found out if it's pertaining to the same problem that they'd already supposedly fixed.
You're saying no, Donnie? This is a new problem?
Yes. The last time they thought it was the purge tank, they didn't think the antifreeze was coming through the purge tank. They thought the purge tank was bad, they put a new purge tank on. We got it back, it worked for a day or two, and went right back to the same thing now that it's the whole system. As far as antifreeze, it's all plugged up, they had to redo the whole thing.
What was the one about the wiring?
That was the one.
Yeah, where they tore the inner fender part, just found a wire at a short end or something that they never looked before.
Yeah, they had to overlook with something else, but it was, I think had to do with the transmission, and it was just a wire.
That's the same truck? So the same truck's been in there for 3 different things.
Oh,
Are they giving the city kind of rebate or anything on that? I mean, taking some off because it's not
There's no warranty.
No, they never worn that truck, we've had that truck.
on their work?
There's
There's
no
no warranty on their
I
work?
don't know.
Three
seventeen, it's the,
recycle.
no, it's the truck we bought with the lift gate and everything on it.
07 model.
Yeah.
So it was in for transmission shifting problem, and it was back in for a purge tank problem, and it's back in to get the whole braking system flushed out in there on it.
It's the whole antifreeze system is.
Oh, the antifreeze system, I'm sorry. So it's a cooling system.
Yeah, the last 2 times was a cooling issue, it was getting hot, and it would get hot,
Yeah.
low down into low gear, we had to pull over, stop, turn the key off, let it cool down, turn it back on.
They not have electronic dialysis over there? I mean, this sounds like the old days, you know, you took it in and started replacing.
Yeah, part replacement.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether.
I know it's not your fault, but gee whiz, it's just on 07 truck. When did we buy it? You said we bought it with the lift gate on, so. How long we had that?
So it's up.
We bought it new?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant we just bought it used on some stain or something.
That was the truck that, when we retired truck 9, that was the truck we were replacing it with, so.
All right.
It's gotta be paid. It's gotta have a truck.
We really think this will be in the.
I hope so.
All right, got your motion to send on the full council $2,801.72. They Western Branch D.
So moved.
There's a second. All in favor? Next is approve of gasoline and diesel purchase of KRT. Yeah, they used to put numbers in there. Used to tell you how much you pay per gallon.
It's in there.
I saw about a time, I ain't seen anybody
Yeah.
per gallon.
Remember, I wrote it down, Scott, the KRT, because it went up,
It went up, yes.
or the dumping fee went up a little bit.
I know that did.
Yeah, you're right, it went. I don't remember
I
seeing
don't
it.
remember seeing anything yet.
Like it was just, for them to put it out.
I mean,
They're just not putting it out.
But, I mean, I put those amounts in there that,
Like, I don't think they have the price, I think they're just wanting to know how many gallons they want, so they put it out and bid.
Yeah.
That's the way I understand it.
yeah,
But come back to the price.
Yeah, because it
inundation fee.
Yeah.
And so we put our gallons in there, that's what we've done in the
Right.
past.
And then we're responsible for 90%.
they make some.
They continue to
Contract
purchase
award,
it with
it's 1 or 2 year
Yeah.
term.
pump and all that.
They wouldn't live. All right, do I hear a motion on the approval of the gasoline agreement with KRT?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the agreement with KRT for gasoline for city vehicles.
Do I hear a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Moved on, all right. Next is approve the sidewalk in front of the library, this is for the water leakage.
There is no water leak.
Now there's no water.
They've been over there with listening equipment and a listening computer. There is no moving water.
Okay.
That water must have been, it was raining that day, that water must have been finding its way in.
How to get undermined then? Buy that?
We don't know.
Oh,
So this is just to cut it out, re-gravel it.
We're gonna have to cut it out, put 4 inches of base in there and 6 inches of concrete, re-pour it.
But there's no leak.
Then everything is bound in tape right now, right?
Yes.
Everything in front of the line,
That's what I-
from brick to brick. That's what we're doing, 12 feet wide and 156 feet long, I think it is.
The mayor said if we give him the okay, he can start tomorrow, and if it doesn't, none of the fault does, he'll pay for it. I think that's fair enough.
I do too. All right.
You back up, Mayor?
It'll be done.
There you go.
I hear a motion to repair the sidewalk in front of the library at $7,000. Should that one for council,
Not to exceed.
not to exceed.
Yes.
yeah.
I move.
Second,
Second.
we take that out of the new code, which is for infrastructure.
We're gonna take it out of
I've
the
no idea.
old money first, and then we have to reimburse ourselves once it's approved.
Okay.
To get it done, we gotta get it done.
Yeah. Okay. Approval to pay in actual amount of $18,157.46. That is,
That's our lawsuits.
deductible from all suits.
The impact.
Now, one of them is, one case is over one person. The rest of the other 3 are still open,
Yeah, one's already off the list. Yeah.
but still won't exist.
We don't have a choice, you gotta say.
Oh, yeah, it's our deductibles.
I just need a motion.
So moved.
Change the name of the insurance company?
Yeah, me.
It's intact, yeah.
Yeah, we don't, didn't change the name of it, it's still totally different. Well, then this is still Deacon. This is our old insurance company.
Right.
Yeah.
So moved to full council.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Aye.
Next on the list, group spent no more than $8,000 on Oak Street repair. That's the one we talked about extensively last meeting. Got numbers of $8,000 here to get this done, it's gotta be done.
Yep.
I hear a motion.
So moved, send to full council.
I guess up to,
Up to,
well, there's an estimate now for 6-1.
well, let's get.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, maybe you might want to think about our cold severance money.
We want to use that code for this?
You mean CARES?
Yeah.
There.
I mean, that's up to you guys. I mean, you know,
I think.
Let me explain why that's, what is it, 6,000 or something?
yeah, for the estimate,
I'm gonna explain why that's different than what you're getting here. The reason being is Hugh had some metal forms, we talked about, the metal forms will last longer, and we had to buy more for this job, so that's what the price difference is. We're gonna use them over here first, and then take them off there.
So the city will own them.
Yes.
Okay. We need them as much concrete work we're doing.
So that's added on to the price of the $11,000 and taken off the price, but we needed some leeway for the
Okay,
street.
you just switch places with the cost.
Question is, I mean, on the CARES money, a second allotment of CARES money, which is for infrastructure, could we not use there?
Still waiting on the official word.
That's right, we got the meeting, we're going to
Yeah.
tell y'all.
right, and I highly recommend that, guys.
Yeah, well, we need.
But everybody needs to really go to that meeting.
You hear all about the sewer, and you hear all about the storm waters, and you hear all about all that, but you don't never hear anything about paving or building. You know, the lady told me, why not use the $3 billion or $3 million to build something that the city of Dunbar would be able to rival with the other cities around it. Exactly. You know, she can't turn around and tell me if we can use it for paving.
All right, but look, how about we take this out the first cut?
The-
We got what, 700,000?
For Oak Street,
Yeah. We have about 700,000 in the bank on that. So that,
You got street construction, I mean,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and well, we put more money in, how much have we probably spent total on paving?
How much do you think, $4,000, $5,000?
Like
Put down the whole, and then the rental, of course, we have,
that. Right,
we probably got a little more than $6,000 now.
is that including the rental?
but let's see,
Four thousand
street,
blacktop, 2,000.
street construction,
Don't you get
we
three?
put, I'm not mistaken, we put 150,000 in it. When we did the
Three
budget.
different prices on asphalt, three different costs we pay.
I know, two,
Street construction, we put 100,000 in there,
100,000.
yep, for street construction. So if we
And
spent
if you
10 on
take it out-
blacktop,
If you take it out of that, the other 12 pieces that we have. Westmoreland Drive, that needs to be repaired, it's gonna have to be professionally repaired on the top layer. That's something that we can't handle, so I don't know what they're gonna come in as a bid on.
Well, I think.
I don't think it'd be 90,000.
Q,
No, it's only about 70 by 16, and then all we're doing is putting the wearing course down,
About 20,000,
probably, or
Are you gonna
less.
take it down the street?
I would,
All right, let's take it down the
before
street.
messing with more of that, you know,
All right.
because it's in the budget, we got it in the budget.
Where's the 11,000 coming out from the sidewalk, library?
That's a good question too, if we want to, you know.
I didn't hear you, Doug, what did you say?
I wanna know where's the 11,000 for the repair of the sidewalk in front of the library, what fund that's coming out of?
First, COVID,
Here's,
here, whatever.
Well, in the 8, for Oak Street also,
That's coming out of the general fund.
Fund street repair, okay.
yeah,
Just
the
wanna make
street,
sure
the
it's-
street. Streets are there,
Just wanna make sure it's on the same page.
it's the street,
Okay, this is coming out of the street.
street.
Okay, everybody else?
Supplies.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor, but we don't have a second.
Right. Because we have any discussion.
Last second.
Sharon
We got a
seconds.
second? All in favor? It's on the $8,000 for Oak Street.
That's for street, right?
Yes.
All right, discussion of employees, COVID-19 employees, agreement on salary, just do that. That's pretty close there.
well, the issue is that when Mayor Cunningham was in office, he did away with any time having any sick time work, coverage on that. And from the regulations that I'm reading on everybody, it gives you 10 days of pay, regardless if you have vacation or sick time. The city is giving the guys 10 days of pay. And it goes back to, it went all the way till March, and then the president signed another moratorium that changed it till next year. So it was in effect, and basically what we have done, after the certain amount of times that they did pay them, they quit paying them, and the city has about 4 to 5 employees that have used 10 days off plus with the COVID problem. And this would give them 10 days back of their sick time. And then we have one employee that did not have, he had only been here a week and a half, 2 weeks, came out with COVID, and he missed 10 days. And he didn't get paid for those 10 days, so this would go back and give him paid for those 10 days. And they don't take it out of sick or vacation.
Now, my opinion, how this all got started was, I'm in association with other folks in West Virginia. And we emailed, we, have questions, do you have this ordinance, and blah, blah, blah. Somebody emailed, do you all have a code policy? And we do need a code policy. It's all of our employees, not just police has theirs, the bar has theirs, everybody uses theirs. Now, I do know that the city of Charleston, and you might be aware of this, maybe we can get South Charleston, do they have a policy? Now,
Yeah, I've never seen the brick, but I know what they do.
right, I mean, you know, it really should be in our employees handbook.
That's true.
You know, and I just think it's something that we really need to think about.
But you got to be vaccinated, that's just what I understood too.
Well, just like Charleston, you know, Sean's niece worked, nephew works in Charleston, he was exposed to it at work. 14 days without that
Yes,
off.
that's the problem. If you're
I don't
exposed,
think that's fair myself, but,
When it started, it was, they paid everybody.
right, and we did too, because we got reimbursed it more.
But now it's down to if you're vaccinated, you'll get paid. If you're not vaccinated, you don't get paid.
And you have to bring in your negative, and people have to pay for it themselves. I mean, there was all kinds of different things. It was on several of them that replied back to it.
So we need a policy that applies to all city
Yes.
employees.
Whether,
What
I
I'm
mean,
looking at here on this FMLA leave, what's this policy? I mean, it's a federal policy,
yes. That's what.
We
the
cannot-
president signed.
we cannot implement this federal policy.
That's what I was wondering if we would do that for our city policy.
Should make it a lot easier. I mean, it's got everything covered here, your dates are in effect.
And then put somebody else
Should we
pay
have a
for up to
meeting?
12 weeks then?
Outside of
Well,
this,
The FMLA, that's
discuss it.
12 weeks.
The other thing.
that's what I'm saying, we need to. Yes.
It was 10 days if you got COVID, if you're exposed to COVID, you're on your own, if you're taking care of a family member that lives in your house with COVID, you get like 75% of the pay during those type of days.
But I thought it said 12 weeks.
I did not see that.
Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I read through it quickly.
This is,
Yeah, up to 12 weeks.
Yeah, 12
Because
weeks.
that's a big, that's a family leave of absence thing.
Yeah, that's where,
Yeah, that's, you know, that's anything I'm saying.
I could break the city, if we had half the city off for 12 weeks, paying 3/4 weeks of pay.
Yeah.
It's something I think that we should really think about, and,
And if we're gonna add 80 hours to everybody's sick leave, that's gotta be re-budgeted, right?
Yes.
The budget, we didn't add that much. Do you even have an idea what that number would be right now?
have no idea. You don't, and how many people will get affected by
we've
it.
got, as of right now, we've had 5.
Well, but for budgeting purposes, if we implement this, everybody's eligible for 80 hours. So wouldn't we have to budget for worst case scenario?
80 hours.
80 hours for every
Extra.
employee?
And that's where the COVID money comes in.
Yeah.
To pay out that,
Yeah.
very rest.
yeah, that's got.
And I'm telling you, it's very important. We have no paperwork in our office.
I've already asked them to give them copies if they want to,
You know.
if we would retroact, but I've already asked them. for
If,
copies.
I don't know, it's our,
Have,
second policeman back,
he's already, yeah, he's given me his paperwork.
and you know, that needs, if it came, we need a negative test, to put in his file. I mean,
Yeah, you got it.
we have to have records of doctor's excuse, whatever.
What Linda said a minute ago, I think this needs to be discussed
Yes.
before we make the action.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, well, that's what Linda
I
said.
mean, I read it, but there's questions that, you
Yeah.
know,
I don't think Scott.
Well, there's a special
Set up
council
a
meeting,
meeting, with you, Connie, and 4 other council members. Let's sit down and let's pick this apart and see if we
Yeah.
can come up with something.
or all special council meeting.
Yeah.
I mean, because it's
If
something
you
that's not
want to do
gonna go
that, yeah,
away.
that would be the only thing we discussed.
You like it?
I don't know if that, whichever way you want to go.
Like Bob said, 12 weeks.
Which
get
committee,
2 or 3
is
people,
there a
that's
certain
work
committee,
bad.
do we have a safety or health?
there's safety committee.
I don't want to be safety or health, if you're not just in big 4 people.
Maybe you ought to decide to do 4 people. That,
There's public health and safety.
Yeah, you heard from the health committee.
But shouldn't it be under finance first before?
See, there we go.
well, I don't, you know, that's, when you call it finance,
You
you
gotta
know,
figure out what you're gonna do.
Right,
You know, how much it's gonna cost.
yeah, all this stuff's going to be going through and cycled out before we find out what it's going to cost.
We need to do something now. We can sit around and talk.
Right. I'll be on the committee. I'll volunteer.
Well, public health, you're the chairman.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
Oh, yeah, you
I
are.
can't do that.
Yes, you can, yeah,
Well,
that's,
okay. Well, we didn't decide what board was
That's all right.
going to.
That's all right.
Committee, so.
Doug, Bobby,
Mike's on it, Jim Hughes, and Greg Wolf.
That's what you take care of now, I agree.
Yeah, Jim and I'll do it.
yeah.
Okay.
Guys, you gotta take it serious.
Bob's here, Mike, and me.
This is a serious matter.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it
It's not
is.
something that you just throw away.
Again, we can't sit on this.
We're dealing with somebody's
Absolutely,
livelihood.
so, I mean, that's,
But it,
that's why, if
yes.
Doug's volunteer, or, cause I'm here and there.
You're messing with somebody's livelihood.
Yes,
And if we come up with
What's the
something, we'll call
cost?
special council, we can approve.
right, right.
We don't have to wait.
And I think that whatever meeting it is, that takes 2 hours, make that decision, get it over with, and bring it down.
Okay. I'll have to proceed.
Want me to make a motion, send it to public safety?
Or,
Then we're just going to the committee.
yeah, let's go to form a committee.
Take motion to mayor form committee. Committee's
Right.
Okay. I move that we pass this on to a public or a committee that the mayor is going to form regarding the COVID policy for the city.
Second.
all in favor? All right.
You want people interested in doing it.
All right.
I said on them. Right.
Moving on.
Okay.
Group of ATLC, $1,159.75, car 45. This is not one of the, we thought we had a blown engine in it.
This is one of the other 14, so the blower, the air conditioner, something else went out, and the front, or right and left control arm.
Okay.
The cruiser or SUV.
That's a car. It's
So that'd be 2 cars would be 2014, one with a bunch better than this one.
This one. I hear a motion, we pay TLC $1,159.75 to fix this car.
I make a motion to approve that amount and send it on to council for full approval. Gotta have a cruiser.
Can we get a list of all of our numbers and vehicles and years, what they are? And I'll make copies of them and give them to the council. So what truck it is, and what year it is, and what number it is.
Yeah,
I mean, I think it would be a plus.
I'm already trying to do that, so we can do that with stickers. You know?
Right,
okay.
right.
So I know ahead of time.
Yeah,
what
same way
I
with
got,
cars,
just need to spec.
Years, mileage,
We got a
it'd be a plus.
motion here. Second. All in favor, say aye.
Uh,
Move that on.
yep.
Great Station Group annual, municipal pension oversight board for police and fire and risk control.
Well, that's what I was gonna
Just
over.
did that.
Put over this.
Yeah.
Anybody got any additional
We
questions?
really got short circuit.
I want to see if you had anything.
That's
Mr.
what-
Chairman, I move that we approve the annual report to be filed with the municipal pension oversight board for firemen's and policemen's pensions fund.
Send it over to full council.
Send it on to full council.
Mayor second.
And then one that said we just got the papers for full.
No, that's a fireman pension plan.
I know, that's what this is. We're on H.
H wheel.
Yes.
Okay.
What we will discuss was the COVID thing.
Oh, the last thing, yeah, we're on H, that's what I went over. On the fire.
Right, but there was so much there, we just got it handed to us, we didn't have time to even look at it.
Right, I mean,
Of course, there's nothing we can argue about anyway.
I was gonna say.
That's already been filed.
It's been filed with the pension board.
It's already been filed.
It's all comes from the bank statement.
Okay, forget that. I'll second,
All in favor?
get it out of the way.
Aye.
All right, and we're public service disposal, this is dumping fees. Again, there's not much we can do about it.
Did you go up?
Oh, it went up.
How much?
It did go up.
$5.
Yeah, I did.
$5 a
It
ton.
wasn't much.
Okay.
I think it was $5 a ton.
We got paid anyway, we gotta have someplace to dump.
It went up very low.
I'll make a motion, we redo the contract with Republic Service Disposal Agreement for our dump fees.
Haven't heard any question, conversation?
Yeah.
Second,
Second.
all in favor?
Keep it short.
Anybody got anything else?
Old business.
The old business. Mayor, Mayor motion.
Make a motion, we adjourn this meeting. So,
Second.
Linda's supposed to do that.
Oh, yes.
Like you're kissing.
I'm sorry, Linda.
All right.